Why, hello to all and welcome back to War Thunder Aviation. Now today, in case you couldn't figure it out by yourselves, we will be doing the V-1 Interceptor event, something that's quite recently appeared. I think it's quite a controversial sort of event. It's a bit sort of one-sided, but we will get into that later. Now before we get into the actual video itself, I just want to say that very soon we will be at my 1 year anniversary of the channel. That will be on Monday, I believe. And for that, I want you people to go to my Twitter and vote for what you want to see, as I promised. You can vote for a Q&A, a should you get, I guess just a fly out in just about any vehicle you want, or something I think of closer to the time that could be done. And just to make sure we're all clear here, if you put it in the comment section, it doesn't count. You can only vote on my Twitter poll. That is the only thing you can do that will count, because people last time started putting in the comment section what they wanted to see. So yeah, just make sure that's completely clear. But enough about all that crap, and let's get straight into the scrum, shall we? So first off the bat, a Fuckerwolf 190 decides to try and go for a head-on. I, on the other hand, am not particularly feeling it, because God knows the last thing I want to do is go with a head-on against a Fuckerwolf. So I dip down, another Fuckerwolf just gets away from my guns, he then goes over, just evades my guns a second time, I aim, fire, rolls just in nick of time, and again, this guy clearly knows what he's doing and he knows where I'm going to fire. And then he starts rolling his aircraft, which is something I simply cannot follow him in. So, that was some pretty good piloting by that 190 pilot, all things considered. I mean, those A8 of Focke-Wulfs, I have to admit, I absolutely hate. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Focke-Wulfs 190s myself, they're not really my type of aircraft. But I tell you, A8 I cannot stand. So, a Focke-Wulf 190D just comes ahead of me here. Try firing, and that's a pretty bad miss. I should have hit him there. But I come back around onto his tail, and he rolls straight off. Now, just got to come around here, see if I can get him. Some hits, but nothing really critical. He's trying to evade me, but you're just never going to outturn a Spitfire. And there he goes for my first kill of the game. Now straight away that 190 tries to go for a head-on with me. Once again, really not interested. And in fact I'm more interested by this 109 that's trying to go head-on with me as well. But once again, I'd just be throwing away all my advantages if I was to do that. So there's little point. This 109's coming for a head-on with me. Wonder if I can get a few shots in and roll off. He does get a hit on me there, but that is only superficial damage. As I whip it around and choose which tie to go for. But it would appear my Spitfire friends over here is having a bit of trouble, so allow me just to deal with that 109. There we go. And, well, when it comes to having two Mark II Hispano cannons with their target belts, there really is very little that can stand up to you. So, the last two enemies on the enemy team seem to be frustrating that Spitfire pilot. And considering they are not both dead by now, it's probably fair to say that Spitfire is probably in a bit of trouble, probably injured in some respects, so allow me just to scoot in here real quick. That 190 is slowing down a lot because it's firing, which making it a lot easier for me. And just coming into extreme range here, going all the way on the wep, 110%, come on, and he's just coming into gunnery range here. So we fire, and take the pilot straight out of the cockpit. Beautiful. Now, this G10 appears to also be giving our friend a bit of trouble. So fire a bit wildly there, don't really hit him. Oh, but they got a critical there, and there goes the pilot for the fourth kill of the game. All in one movement, mind you, which was pretty impressive if I do say so myself. So, when people say this is a bit of an unfair tournament, yeah, they're sort of right, to be honest. I mean, this by no means is the best Spitfire I could have used. I could also use the Mark 22, which is even better still. And there's me saying, just another dog over Britain. I'm not entirely sure what I meant to say. I think I meant to say just another dogfight over Britain, but apparently I forgot to say fight, so clearly I'm an idiot. But either way, 4 kills, that's a good game. But there are two sides of every story as we get on to the German side of this in particular story. This is the 109K4 with three 20mm cannons, and might I add, having three 151 cannons at your disposal is very useful. So I hop onto that Spitfire's back, give him a nice big hit up the rear, and I'm going a bit faster. Oh, slow down, slow down. Oh, and I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Now this Spitfire appears to be going away from me, but I am way faster than him. Just wait till he comes into gunnery range, and fire, and there we go. Now, dead ahead, there appears to be a Spitfire trying to go head-on with my ally. That's not a very good idea. Yep, that's sort of expected, to be perfectly honest with you. And oh my god, two Spitfires on my tail! Well, there's nothing for it. Break off into the vertical, roll 90 degrees, continue the roll through, pretend like I'm trying to turn with Spitfires, then cut the throttle, and then whip out the old combat flaps to force them to overshoot, which indeed they have, forcing him to go into the vertical. I roll it back into the vertical, and I can't roll because I'm not going fast enough. Hang on a second. Let me just quickly get... there we go, okay. And it appears that my cavalry has arrived, as my allies are keeping the enemy distracted just long enough for me to reposition and whip it around. So, there does appear to be one Spitfire coming for a head-on with me. That's not a very good idea, and, well, he got what he deserved. Which leaves one Spitfire left for us to mop up. Now, it appears our ally isn't doing a whole lot to him, so I have to come in here. Oh, I got a good hit on him, and my ally crashed. Oh well, I guess that's down to me then, but by the looks of it, the last hit I got on him meant that he's quite badly damaged, so allow me to just finish him off here, and there we go. Easy as that, because, to be perfectly honest with you, when it comes to efficiency, there's no aircraft better than flying a German aircraft, because if the Germans know one thing, it's how to be efficient. Now, there does appear to be one Spitfire left who's currently turn fighting a 190. Yeah, not the best idea if you intend on living in a 190, but it appears that 190 has just forced him into a vertical climb and he's stalled out, and he's now coming for a head-on. Not a great idea, and I kill him. And there you go, 4 kills with no death. Huh. You just couldn't make it up, really, could you? Now, it would appear that that penultimate pilot I shot down is claiming that I was kill-stealing, because, you know, obviously, if you shoot down an enemy aircraft that is still working pretty much normally and is showing no signs of going down, and your ally has already crashed, leaving you as the only one left, that totally classes you as a kill-stealer. Honestly, some people are so salty about getting shot down, they will literally make anything up. But either way, if you like what you saw, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. And until next time, I say thank you very much, and I'll see you then.